personal art project. So here it is. I'll explain more about it in just a second. I chose to do this artwork because I wanted something that would help represent Junior in a positive way that I could look at, and it would help remind me of him, to keep his memory alive, and I thought this would be a perfect thing. As I was creating the background of my composition, I was aiming to depict an underwater view of a pool. I began by using different values of blue. I used lighter shades of blue in the background at the top of the painting. I wanted to really try to capture the light shining through the surface. I tried to concentrate the lighter values in the left corner, as if that's where the light was coming from, and I also added in some white to create a bit of a highlight to increase the effect. Then I used darker values of blue in the middle ground to create an illusion of depth and volume. I wanted the pool to seem deep and full of water. I again used lighter values of blue in the foreground to make it look like the floor of the pool. I wanted the floor of the pool to seem slightly illuminated by the light, but I didn't want it to look like the direct sunlight was hitting the floor. I also didn't want to take away from the contrast I had created at the top of the paint. I used irregular wavy brushstrokes when painting to create a sense of movement in the artwork to emulate the fluidity of water, and it also helps to create rhythm and a sense of harmony, which is what I wanted. I did try to also use the white to create an effect of bubbles and light shining down into the water, which I'll explain more about later on. I also used the difference in space to help create an illusion. I wanted the objects in the floor of the pool to seem like those were the ones nearest to you. So I made it larger in comparison to the middle ground, and I made the middle ground larger in comparison to the background. Then I moved on, once that was completely dry, to adding in the flowers in the foreground on the floor of the pool. I used the flowers as a repeating unit of an organic pattern. As a motive, I wanted them to represent loss, beauty, and strength. I painted differing sizes and colors of flowers to create perspective and used variety to create balance. I painted the flowers lowest in the foreground, the largest, to make them appear closer to the water. I painted the more distant ones smaller and with less detail for a more atmospheric perspective. You can also see where I tried to overlap the flowers a little bit to show this as well. I used different colors of flowers to create variety and energize the work, but also tried to balance out both the colors and quantity and size of the flowers to create compositional unity. I made the largest flower in the center the largest because that is where I wanted the majority of focus and emphasis. And I balanced the largest central flower with the smaller ones to unify the work and to create a sense of stability as an asymmetrical balance. I also went ahead and painted a basic figure that will be the infant's head in the middle of the white flower in the center. Lastly, I just went back and added in some fine details. I added some lighter value colors to the flowers to create a more intense, more colorful, and less boring flower. The differing shades of color also help outline the petals to make them appear more 3D, and I think it adds movement, rhythm, more visual stimulation, and vibrancy to the flowers. I saved the hardest part for last, which was the face of the infant, but I am very pleased with how it turned out. I used slightly lighter values on the face to illuminate it, and a slightly darker value to outline the figure. Here is just a clip of me in action as I wrap things up. As a whole, I really wanted my painting to capture what I'm experiencing in regards to the loss of my young cousin. I wanted to capture the sadness I feel, but also turn it into a beautiful work of art. I wanted it to reflect his innocence, purity, and the love I feel for him, but also that he is in a better place, safe from harm, and at peace. And I wanted others to experience this sense of peace and love as well. I believe my use of the elements and principles of art does this well. Creating this piece really helped me express some feelings, thoughts, and emotions I have struggled to previously and channel them into more positive ones. My family will always feel the pain of loss, but we know he lives on in us and will never be forgotten.
And lastly, I just wanted to say thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I really enjoyed creating this project and enjoyed having this opportunity, and I think it helped me learn a lot.